Hello guys, why am I wearing glasses? I don't even know myself. Today, we're talking about Remember Me. The review should be up around the time this video will be up. Maybe this video will be up sooner, I don't know. Remember Me. This game, we're gonna talk mostly about the plot because that's the most spoilerific stuff, I guess, but you know. If you're unfamiliar, I might just talk more about my experience. I was very interested in this game. I was looking at it for a while. I loved the art style. It was very, I like the image of it, and the cover art, like, it was very cyberpunk, steampunk, and I was just like, I gravitated towards it, and it kind of lived up to what I had going for it. But, you know, as good as it was, it could have been a lot better. A lot of the story stuff, but we'll get into that. Let's start off with the beginning. In the beginning, we had Nilin. You know, I liked Nilin as a character. Let's talk about her. She filled her role. How often do we have a black British accent, or I guess half black British accent female as our main character? I think we all just like a diverse main character sometimes, and you know, she wasn't like super like interesting or whatever, but she filled her role, and you know, being amnesiac, you know, there's a lot of amnesia characters out there, and a lot of them can be annoying, and she wasn't at all. She filled her purpose. I loved her segments, like monologuing to herself. She was a good character and wonderfully voiced. I don't know the voice actor of her, but other than her, maybe Edge, her parents, none of the voice actors were that great. There was a lot of shitty one-liners in this game, but So in the beginning, I loved the beginning of this game so much. The first scene where it was like, there was a woman talking about how she shared her memories with like her lover, partner, whoever it was. It was very emotional. There's that older Asian guy. I love it told me like right away that memories are these tangible things, and like it painted this bright, wonderful picture that these sinister corporations are using memories for. And then boom, we got Nilin, and she's in she's in La Bastille. It's a prison, and it's like she doesn't know who she is, and she's being ordered around, and it like threw me like right into it. I was like, what's going on? And then you get to break out and Edge, like at first, you know, I thought he was leader of this rebel organization, kinda is, whatever. At the end of the game, we realize he's like part of the computer program that is where all these memories are being dumped into, and he wants to die so badly. And you know, he's his own being, a sentient AI being, and I guess even those can want to kill themselves. We'll get into that, but you know, Nilin, she breaks out of there. And she meets the Leapers. The Leapers, I thought, were like a really cool idea. This game needed more enemies because there's basically Leapers and then there were guards. And now fighting them got old really fast. Like there could have been like, I don't know. There's not many other kind of enemies you can have. You kind of need to write that in somehow, but write it in somehow. It's not that hard. In one of the early missions, we really got the sense of Nilin as his agent, and how Capcom and their agents, and I mentioned in the review, I wrote it earlier today. I finished the game yesterday. She was really this agent. We got a sense she was a memory hunter, and you know, she met the guy in the bar. I forget his name. Don't hate me. He was a very minor character. He didn't really affect anything. The guy who owned the bar. He was alright. I liked, what's her name, the other hunter, what was her name, Olga? I feel like I'm thinking a completely different character name. Let's just go with Olga. I really liked her segment, like when we got to dive into her memories and remix her, and then she like persuaded. That, oh my god. I don't know why that felt so good. Like, yeah, we killed your boyfriend. Or made you think that. Like, he's in a hospital somewhere, like, is someone gonna pay for my treatment? Like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was, you know, but it really got the sense that we are like playing God when remixing memories. And like, that was a perfect example of how memories, you know, it makes us who we are. Our friends and family make up who we are, and if we have this idea that they are dead or they're gone or did terrible things to us, that greatly changes us. If key moments in our life are just butterfly affected, boom, you really are a completely different person. And you know, there's a multiverse theory, like every decision has a like different universe where you made that other decision, and if that's true, then holy shit, Nilin can go wild and just fucking live in this multi-xenoverse type thing. That would be a cool idea for a sequel. I know they're making it after the whole Life is Strange thing, or whatever they're doing. I won't play that game. But yeah, Remember Me Too, I'll look forward to that. And yeah, throughout the game, the story was just kind of filler until, before we get to that part, I liked the other memory we remixed was when Nilin remembered the guy she was responsible for killing. She's not like, she didn't get that down about it, so I guess killing isn't like a Batman thing for her, but that one like really like, it was just kind of painful. By then the remixing was like whatever, but then suddenly like I was like, ooh, what? I think I'm doing the memory right, and then boom, she's like, you don't even have the safety on. Psh, you might wanna check before you do that, lady. It was a memory, so it's okay. And then he kills himself, and I was just like, oh god, like Jesus. And then we get to Nilin's mother. I really like that. Seeing her memory, even though it was this car crash, I don't see why it was such a big deal. Like, I don't see how this singular event made her this terrible person and like all this stuff. But I like Nilin as a mother. Like, like when I found out, I was like, oh my god, like this random enemy, like, cause the last enemy that the madam or whatever, like she just kind of filler boss, and then you kind of expect another filler boss, and I was like, oh shit, this is your mom. Like, that's how shitty your memory is. You don't even know who your mom is. Like, she even called her a bitch, and then like, oh my god, that's great. And remixing her memory, the car crash, that was just impactful. And then we also got to meet her dad, the guy who like developed this remixing memory thing, and I was like, oh man, like I thought that was a cool talent, but I guess it's just, you know, a thing. But that's all right. Nilin, a lot of her memories, we still don't like know what happened, how she became this memory hunter and hated her parents and all that. And it's a little hard to talk about the plot because it's a little, like I said, it was just kind of like one of those games like Bayonetta or the Final Fantasies where it's like dreams, plots, light, darkness, and like just fucked around with my head all the much. It was really like almost like this agent on a mission story. Then it was like I'm a person trying to remember stuff, and then it was like this family thing, and it was, and not that I disliked the story, it was a good story. But we can talk more about the gameplay. When we were like seeing the memories play out, I thought that was a cool gameplay thing. It got overused, like a lot of the components of the game, but like that one part with the mines I hated so fucking much, and even the password things, and there was just like, it got really annoying. And the whole combo thing, I thought that was a amazing idea, but I really thought at first I'd be able to customize my combos however I wanted. And like certain bosses, I assumed like later I'd have to like get my combos to start doing certain things. Nope, we get 4 combos, and the whole basically, that's how the game turned out. We'd have mini enemies, and we'd like get our combos enough and cooldowns, and then we'd use a bigger thing to hit the boss, and then rinse repeat until you eventually kill the boss. I wasn't a big fan of it after a while because it was so visible. Like, I love boss fights where like I'm just taking on this enemy, the whole person as a whole, and I don't. It's not even like the fact that I'm outmatched. I like just me versus this person, and without all these like gameplay thingies to try to make it a bigger fight than it is. I love when I can just have a boss fight and like I'm still like me and all my abilities. I don't get like extra power-ups, or I have to do these extra shitty gameplay thingies to get to like quick time events and all this other bullshit to finish the boss. And it doesn't help when so many boss fights are just rinse and repeating such bullshit. Like, I need more cool boss fights, I guess. And let's talk about Edge. Not the pro wrestler, the character from this game. He was like kind of every other guy up here talking to you as you do your mission. Like, he could have been more interesting, like he could have had more banter, he could have had more character. In the end, he was just a mysterious thingy. But I thought the way they worked it in was good. At first, they almost kind of teased that he was your brother. That would have been stupid, or like kind of like every other thing. I played another Capcom game. It was like kind of a big twist like this, where the person up here turned out to be this big character. The fact that he was this system that like physically like wanted to die so bad it completely changed the system. I liked it. It wasn't, again, I was hoping the story would just be this reflection on like memories and like how they make you who you are, and there's 100 like ways you could turn the story into this conversation piece. But what they did, it worked. I really like, they mentioned it briefly at the end of the game. I really would have loved this idea that no, like you have to live with the bad memories alongside the good memories. I wish we could have more confrontation there. Like, no, these people want to get rid of their bad memories so they don't have to live with suffering. And then we have this other party who does want to live with bad memory because that makes them who they are. Because I think that's an actual conversation piece. Like later, let's say like memories are tangible. Like, should we live with memories that ultimately we don't want and they make us feel bad? Like, I myself probably would want to get rid of some memories that I just don't like. But at the same time, memories, like I said, make us who we are. So it's like, I feel if I got rid of bad memories, I would change as a person, and as a person, I like me. But then again, once I liked me after I got it, it's like, this is the conversation pieces I wanted. But in the end, we just kind of got this like very video gamey ending. I don't want to use that term. Video games can obviously be very intelligent, but it was kind of just like this convoluted Japan. We're rolling how we want to roll with the story. Like, I feel like so many times we get like these story writers, like there's the convoluted ones and there's one that's like, we have to write like super plot twists, and like that's not like like I don't know. Edge, like I enjoyed his plot twist. That was very smart, like, or I guess like a surprise, and it could have been better. That's all I'm saying. And the stuff with the mom and dad, I liked it, but that there was still like fucking at least half the game where I was just going through the sessions and blowing up lava steel just for shits and giggles and trying to counteract this system, and it was just like, like we could have cut some of the stuff out and I wouldn't have had to repeat so much of the same stuff throughout the game. You know, I loved looking at the city, everything was beautiful. I love the soundtrack. I love fragments from the soundtrack. That's a very good one. Nilin, The Memory Hunter, that's another good track. I very much like the soundtrack. It's pretty, it sounds nice, and that makes a game. Having the story and this nice gameplay, it's a fun, good trip all the way through, but it's like, I hate when I just can't like play a game that, and it's like when I first started this game, I was like, damn, this is gonna be like a 10 out of 10 or a, like 9 out of 10. That's what I was expecting it, and now I'm more like 7.5. You know, I don't use decimals. I'm like somewhere between there, between 7 and 8. I haven't decided my score yet that I'll give for the review, but I'll work on it. 8 out of 10 or 8 out of 11. I'm deciding between them. 4 out of 6. I don't know. My score. People like. I should make a video explaining it better to people. That being said, I liked. I guess we're just going topic to topic. I like the part where we got to remix inside of a remix memory. That was cool. I guess I don't know. It was like Inception. Jax. Let's talk about Jax. I don't see how this random ass little teddy bear almost like became this big structural plot piece. I want one now though, thanks. But it was like we were just kind of like, I didn't think I'd be like walking like at the end of the video game and like, oh, all the memories, Jax. No really other memory. Cause we didn't meet any, we didn't get the bond with Olga or the Edge, cause he's, you know, a giant. His boss fight, we're gonna get to that in a minute, but we didn't get the bond with Edge or the beer or the bar owner. So I think I could have used more of that to make it feel less alone, but I get it, that it wasn't really like this like rebel organization. It was kind of like pretending to be earlier in the game. As much as I did like, you know, I like the game, but it could have, Olga or what, the other chick, like she made 2 cameos very briefly, or maybe 3 at the most, after her moment, and she seemed cool, and she had this perfectly written backstory, and then we got the big boss fight that was Edge, who like, I hate it when it's like, this is another thing I hate, when it's like, we have to have this boss fight who's kind of a good guy, but then he has this mind control or whatever the fuck, like, inner deep feeling. It was kind of like Sin from Final Fantasy X, where it's like, oh, good guy, but also bad guy, but for the sake of him, like, yelling and taunting you during the end, he's just gonna do that. But it's like he wanted you to kill himself, and they kind of just wrote it in there for you to get like in there, and it didn't make much sense. That's what I'm talking about, the convoluted bullshit. I don't think there's any plot holes or anything unless I go back. I wasn't like an expert of the story, like, or anything. I just played through it, left to right experience. Like, I'm sure there are experts, but that's not how games are supposed to be played, and this is my experience, that's why I review. And yeah, Edge's boss fight, he kind of like, cause technically, like, he wanted you to bomb those little black boxes, like, that doesn't really make sense story-wise, just saying. But I do appreciate having a final villain at the end who kind of like represented, like, this negative memory stuff. Like, I appreciate having him like an end boss, but we had these black boxes that we had to blow up with the bombs or the robots, and he kind of like, we had these little random enemy guys so we could get our cooldowns like every other fucking boss fight, but we had those, and I was like, did he just put those there so we could get the cooldowns and bombs to blow this shit up? Because I don't see any other way. It was almost like, because he just sat there, like, big ass boss, like, oh, Nilin, you are a piece of shit. Your mother, vague chanting from a big giant. I'm not gonna hit you or any of that. But yeah, so I guess he just like, just blow up the box so I can die already. I gave you those little minion guys so you could get your cooldowns. Come on, hurry the fuck up and kill me. It wasn't like the best end fight, but it was serviceable, I guess. And I appreciate that like a lot. The memories came back to everyone. If we do get a Fallout game, I hope they like follow up just like what happened to everyone. Like, are people in prison retaining their memories? I know like it like was a big part of the currency, and like basically the world kind of went to shit. So I'd like to see this world kind of restored or like followed up on. It did say like a world to heal and all that, so I appreciate like if it doesn't, we can assume things will go back to normal. Like even just like characters like we like memorize and like overloaded. I want to know like what's gonna happen to them. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else off the top of my dome. If I really, I guess this is where we leave. I don't know if I'll ever play this game again. If I do, maybe I'll talk about it more. I'll talk more about the characters or whatever the fuck. Remember Me Too. Hopefully, there's always more. Stories never end. I've said this before on the channel, but they really don't. They never end, and that's why reviews are like fucking. And then opinions change, and it's like, well, the reviews are pointless because opinions change. I could love or hate this game in the future, and the story won't change. There could be Remember Me 2, and that made me reflect different than Remember Me 1. And it's like, what the fuck? My review doesn't even make fucking, or like, it's not even credible anymore, but that's why my reviews are like slightly different, aren't just like 100 like fixated on like, this is what it is, opinion, objectivity, subjectivity, whatever. And it does stand like that. This is my point in time. This is what I remembered, or segues. This is my experience while I was. And each review happens like shortly after I experience the product, so it's like fresh in my mind. You know, that's why we keep it so we can remember. I'm fucking terrible. And we also make videos, so that way one day, when I'm old and gray, I can, you know, look back and remember my time playing Remember Me. And, yeah, that's about it. Remember Me, very fun game. Had a very good time with it. Yep, and have a wonderful day, guys. With that,